Is your 1970s home stuck in a time warp? Shag carpet, floral wallpaper, and check out this kitchen. Join me as we transform this dated disaster. Good morning and welcome to our job site. Okay, these doors are going to be replaced. I know you just saw that they're not very energy efficient. It's going to be an Energy Star door, one big panel with 2 side windows. We've done some Dietra here on the floor because obviously it's going to be tile for when you walk into the house. You don't want to get weather and stuff on your hardwood. Coming into our living area here, all of these windows have been replaced by Dominic at Trimbo Windows and Doors. It was actually a big bay window at one point, but they're known for leaks. And so just to avoid it, it's now big panel windows, which I think is a little bit more beautiful and inviting. I don't think our homeowner quite knows exactly what this space is going to be, but all of our hardwood is in place. It's acclimatizing right now, and then eventually it'll be laid. We're just doing some priming and painting. Let me show you something here. And this is the kind of hump we have in this floor here. So a lot of the time it's not always going to be addressed, but in a home like this that was built in the 1970s, you've had different renovations, your house is settled, they've had additions, whatnot, who knows what's happening. You're going to run into a couple of these problems. And should you address it when you're laying hardwood? We are not going to just run hardwood over this living room floor. We're actually going to be furring out and making sure that our floors are true. And then we're not going to have any problems in the future. And you're not going to see it in a room that's going to have quite a lot of millwork. We also have an issue over here by the fireplace. So the original fireplace that was here had a lower hearth. So we're going to have to pour self-leveler in order to cover all this up and finish the floor accordingly. This is a common occurrence. It can happen as a house settles over the years or as you add additions. It's going to happen. It's issues we run into a million times. Where on a new build, you would expect that you're going to have a very true floor to lay on, but unfortunately we've seen this issues in new builds as well. This is why it's so important to have communication with your contractors so they can tell you, hey, we could ignore this issue, but you will see it in the future. You also have to think about how that's going to be added into your budget. There is extra work here that's going to go into it, but do you want to just do a half-assed job? A good contractor is going to address this issue with you and let you know what you can do, how much extra it's going to cost you, and they will be fixing this for you. Sometimes you can see it in your floors. You can actually look at a hardwood floor and you can see that there's waves in it. You can feel it sometimes when you're walking around, especially on millwork. When you're in a room with a lot of millwork, it is going to be a visible issue. So make sure this is something you address with your contractor. This was previously a full wall that looks into our kitchen, but it's now this really big, beautiful window. So you can see through each side and do a lot of entertaining, or the sight lines are better for kids as well. Coming into our kitchen area, this is actually going to be a custom kitchen. It's gonna be really cool because this island is doing kind of a big kitchen island drop down into a table. So they don't need to use a formal dining table. However, it's nice to always have that option. This was also a full wall here previously, and now it opens up and there will be a dining table just to make the space a little bit more bigger and inviting and, you know, kind of cozy. This is also a new window, but it's really great because it's an awning window. So it's gonna open up like this, outwards, and that way you can still open your window should you want to during the rain. Great views of the park. It's a really great house for kids. I'm gonna take you guys into the basement. So this is our basement. And as you can see by the tile floor here, this house hasn't been touched since the late 1970s. This floor was throughout the entire home. Our homeowner, our client, really wanted an update. I don't know if you like that, but it has some vintage character. So this basement is really big. It's a nice blank space. A lot of blanket insulation was added because eventually the basement will be addressed. It's going to be a finished basement at some point, probably in the new year. A cellar door here was added because it was leaking previously, as well as having some of these cracks addressed. There was cracks throughout this basement and we did have them inspected and addressed. So some of them were leaking, some were perfectly fine, but we did have them injected with epoxy in order to close them off and seal them. In the spring, we will be coming back in order to address the exterior landscaping and the waterproofing. We have also upgraded the panel here. It was just a fused panel previously, so now they don't have any concerns. There is going to be a pony panel put into the garage eventually because they do have EV vehicles, so we want to address all of that as well. Our client also wanted to get rid of the big clunky rental water heater, and they switched to a tankless, which is really great. First of all, you're going to maximize all the water usage in the house. You're going to have pretty warm water almost instantaneously, And they wanted to maximize the basement space so they can use this once it's all finished. And I think this really accomplishes the job. At home, I also have a tankless water heater and I love it. I have 4 people living in my house. I have 2 kids and we can all have a shower at the exact same time. We could flush the toilets, you don't have to worry about it. I also don't have to wait forever in order to get hot water. So not only will it give you more space to work around, it also looks better and it functions far, far better. As you can see here, this is evidence of water penetrating into the basement. Dominic replaced all of the windows in the basement as well and had them sealed properly. This is the primary washroom. As you can see, we already have Dietra on the floor and Curdy up on the walls in the shower. There's a bench, there's a curb, and there's a wall-to-wall niche going in. So today we're working on waterproofing both the inside and outside corners. This is actually going to be their kids' bathroom, which is a pretty great bathroom for a kid. This is going to be a linen closet. It's nice. You always need to make sure you have enough area for storage. That way you don't have to look at it. Clutter just brings on more clutter. Put it away. We've already done the Dietra all on the floor here. We have to work on our waterproofing all of our corners in this shower today. We are also going to be installing this aluminum niche kit, which is really cool. Like, I think there's no need for tile in the background. It comes in different sizes, different colors. I think it's really beautiful because it's just really easy. First of all, easy to install, easy to use, and you don't have to worry about anything else in the long run. For waterproofing in this shower, we're gonna do a lot of Curdy bands. We gotta make sure we cover all of our seams here, and we're also gonna be waterproofing over top of all of our screws. That way we leave nothing exposed for moisture to get into. We also have the pipe seals here, which are pretty cool. Looks like this, and you're gonna put it on the same way that you would as the Curdy band, and just keeps everything covered and again, watertight. When doing a bathroom, the most important part is obviously going to be the work behind the walls and waterproofing the bathroom. So if I pick all these great finishes to go into a washroom and we still have a leak, they're gonna be ruined. So the first thing you wanna address is obviously your waterproofing. And then you can focus on the really fun parts, which is gonna be your finishing. So in the kids' bathroom, this is the floor on the tile. It's actually much bigger. This was just a sample size. And this is the really fun textured matte tile that's gonna go in the shower. It's kind of like a navy-ish blue. It's gonna look really great for a boy's bathroom, I think. The niche here is matte black. The countertop is black with all matte black fixtures, which is gonna look really nice together. And I think the darker colors is gonna be nice for a kid to keep clean as well. Back here is actually mudroom, laundry room, powder room. So here is our powder room. Dietra is already laid. There's going to be tile in here. And also when there's water, you want to make sure that you're watertight and safe on the flooring. In here is the mudroom, garage entrance, and laundry room. So previously there was actually another entrance into the home right here where this window is, which the homeowners didn't want. They don't need a separate entrance. They just wanted a nice setup for their laundry room. Right here is going to be stacked so they can actually maximize the space that's in here, put some things up for their kids. That way it's not a big mess when they're walking through the house. There was actually no previous access into the garage. However, there was the other access outside to the side of the house. So we did add this door. That way you can come in and out of the house, but through the garage and not an alternate entrance for someone else. Watch the next episode to see the progress on this dated 1970s house.